Hi everyone and welcome to Murphy's Law Garage. Today we install an intake on Seth's truck and we might have to go filterless because he's found a new hat.
Dang it.
What's it smell like? America. Got this beautiful S&B intake for Seth's door's locked 21 F150 two-wheel drive. We're going to show you how to put it in, but put it on. But first, we're going to show you the S&B intake. As usual, S&B, man, they make some beautiful products. Just look at this large black protuberance. It's gorgeous. Anyways, if you're following along at home and you're installing one of these on your F150, a few things we've noticed you need to pay attention to. First, immediately take the instructions and throw them in the box and never look at them again. Got that out the way? Good. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to notice what we found immediately is it comes with two fittings. Seth's truck only has one of these hoses, and the kit comes with a block-off plug, which means you're only going to use one of these. Now we'll go look at his, and apparently there's a difference in the years as to which one of these you're going to use, but the hose pops off on the truck's intake. You're going to pick the right one. Whichever one isn't being used, you plug it off. The other thing that the kit has is, of course, our cute plexiglass window that goes on here, something like this, and it's got the bolts and washers, and the washers protect the plexi from being broken by the metal bolt. It's got some clips. The clips are for this guy right here, which has a really interesting method. You actually use two of these clips. One goes in from the underneath, one goes in from the top, and you squeeze them and it holds this on. The long black protuberance slides into the intake here, has a hose clamp that holds onto it. You very gently slip the air filter in there once this is all the way in with your clamp, and you clamp it on in there. Nothing crazy. We've got some hose clamps. The kit also comes with a pair of silicone rubber couplings, one for a 77mm throttle body, the other for an 80, I believe, an 80 and a 77. I guess just the difference between two versions of the truck this works for. And then we have this gasket here, which no doubt goes around the piece of Lexan to protect it again from breaking and to seal it really well. So nothing too crazy here. We're gonna take you outside and let's go look at what it's gonna take to get the other intake off. All right. So outside, here's what a 5-liter Coyote V8 looks like in an F-150. You may have an EcoBoost. This would be different for an EcoBoost. So make sure you have a Coyote if this is the intake video you're looking for. Pretty easy here. We've got a hose clamp right here that needs to come off. Seth's gonna start unscrewing that while he's standing right there. And then we've got a hose that goes across to the intake that's in the way there. We're just gonna pop that up out of the way. And then there is one hose connected to ours. As I told you before, you've got to plug one off on the other intake. That's connected right here. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna get this intake tube loose and then lay it to the side so it's easier to see how to get that connection to come off. And we're gonna have another hose clamp here. So we'll go ahead and get this off and bring you back in a minute, but I wanted to explain something to you from a science method here, engineering, as to why these stock intakes are so quiet. You may notice that we've got these chambers here off of the intake. There's multiple of them. There's one down there as well. The engineer that designs this intake wants it to be quiet. They don't want to hear induction noise. So these chambers are tuned to a specific resonant frequency that cancels out the sound from the motor. If you wanted to do this on the cheap, you could cut these suckers off and then get you some plastic and use a soldering iron and plastic weld plugs on all of these. And that would get you a little more noise, including maybe a freer flowing air filter. but of course the best way to do it is to go to a company like S&B and get a full intake. So we're gonna get the upper half of this. I think Seth already disconnected the top half of the box. We're gonna pull all of this off real quick and I'll bring it right back. All right, so I've got this popped off. Looks like Seth's truck uses the bigger of the two connections. It's got a much larger peen here, black protuberance to connect the hose to. So we're gonna plug the smaller one off before we stick that intake in here because it'll be easier to do then. To get this connection off here, Ford's connections here are usually pretty easy. Your truck may have the smaller one, but chances are it's connected the same. You just reach under and push on this little tab right here, and it'll release the connection and just boop, pops right off. Now you see we've got our throttle body visible. That's a big, pretty throttle body. I've got a feeling it's probably the bigger one of the two. Now Seth is over here working on this. We're gonna yeet. And then down in here, we're gonna have no bolts, but Seth has removed a bolt from here. Again, we're doing this without instructions because who needs them? For sure, we need to get these two guys to come off. I've got a tool for that, Seth, if we don't want to hurt that. But we'll take a peek right here. It looks like, yeah, this just pops up like that. It just pops up out of some grommets. Boom. And Seth's gonna rip that off and destroy it all. And then we're just gonna yeet that into the grass. Yeet. Now, once you get these out the way, you can try to pry it. The kit, I think, has a pair of replacements for this. So we could ruin them, but Seth's gonna hold on for a second. And we're gonna grab the right tool to pull that off so we don't destroy them in case we need them. And we'll bring you back and we'll start putting the pieces for the intake in. Oh, great. Just push it all the way in so it's even harder to get out. Good job. All right, so Seth pushed this one all the way in. You don't need to get tools like this, but they're also like 5 cents and a mysterious disease from China to get these. So just get on Amazon and get them. The tool slides under here and you just carefully pull straight up on it. And you can usually mostly save these. But whenever you have a buddy who thinks it's funny, to push it all the way down might be a little more difficult, and you might break it or save it. Hey, there you go. Useful. Get you some.
I'm a good cameraman.
All right, so we're gonna do a little prep here to get this ready. I think this was already out of a package and Seth put it on here, so you've got a rubber that goes onto the plastic body of the intake here and a really large hose clamp. You're gonna get that slipped on. Next, you're gonna have the rubber here that goes for the active air intake. You're gonna slip that over the nose of this and you're gonna put these clips on. The clips that go here look like this, and they are designed to interlock on each other like that. So you're gonna stick one up through the bottom of the hole, kind of get yourself lined up and in the hole, and then turn this one the opposite direction, 180 degrees, line it up, push it together, and boom. And you've got 4 of those to do. You got 2 up top, 2 in the bottom, and then we'll be ready to carry this box out there and hook it up. The other bit I'm going to show you is that the long black protuberance that was on the truck, we also have one here. Oh look, hey, Jacob showed up.
Put your hands in the air.
We're on camera. Jacob, say hi.
What's up? I came to rob y'all.
He showed up with guns. What you got over there?
Some gear oil.
Gear oil for a Kia. Well, that's project number 2 today. Anyways, taking a look back again at my large black protuberance, I know from pulling the other intake off that this is the hose connection we need. So we're gonna pull this connection off. It sucks because it's a nice pretty aluminum one. And I'm gonna bite that off. And this is gonna go here. This is gonna go there. I'm gonna put a little Teflon tape on this. We're gonna run it in. And we'll bring you back when we're sitting that in the truck. All right, so we just take this and yeet, and it's installed.
I missed the yeet.
So to install it, we take the intake and go yeet. All right, but for real, now it's installed. Anyways, while we get this kind of in the hole, right? Because I have no idea what I'm doing. Y'all go. What was that?
I said that's correct.
All right, yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing.
As we all know.
Hey, Tater. Y'all go check out this video we shot right before this one, showing you how fast this truck is on its stock intake.
I swear, it's like the longest bolt ever.
You need some help with that long boat, Seth? You look like you're struggling there.
Yeah, I'm a little short-staffed.
Sounds about right.
Oh, why am I in the middle of this?
As you can tell, I got it.
Yep, so we're rightish. Who knows? It'll probably not work. Anyways, the kit comes with these two push-style plastic connectors. We still have the ones that the truck came with somewhere. I'm sure Seth dumped them in the grass and they'll never be found again. But once you've got that connected, you just kind of push this snorkel in just the right place. We push that down and then very forcefully ram that in. And push this one in and then forcefully ram that in. And this side is done. Okay. So the next bit we're going to do is the intake. So I'm just going to grab the long black protuberance and make sure we've got the correct grommet, and we'll show that to you and that this is in the right place. And we'll bring it. All right, so I've got the 82 millimeter version of the silicone rubber coupler. This is the other one it comes with. This one's 77 mil. It's wrong. Seth's truck's got the big throttle body, so yeet. I confirmed that by just holding it up against the stock intake. I can see that the throttle body would fit on this side. And then of course this side has got to go on this sucker right here somehow. I'm probably wrong, who knows?
Well, this is why you should watch the instructions.
No. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. So, this was the wrong one. The right one was already on there. I knew that. If you have a truck like Seth's, it's this one. Read the instructions. No, don't do that. We're mid. Yeet. All right.
Okay.
So I've got a little bit of Teflon on these nuts, and I'm going to fail to screw them in, because why not? For as long as possible. You want to get a little Teflon on that. I would imagine it's probably not necessary, but you know, better safe than sorry, I'd say. And then make sure to send it to the moon so that it never, ever, 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 ever comes out ever again. Grab it.
Mother.
That's what it sounded like a few minutes ago after I ate Popeyes.
That's what Jacob's car sounds like.
Go ahead and
Anyways.
install it.
This is pretty easy, y'all. We just kind of finagle this in here. I said easy, so this is going to end up being a nightmare. You hear me now. We stick this in here, slide that in. I've got my silicone rubber coupling on the other side. We're gonna slip that on.
Yep.
And
You can't forget the silicone. You gotta play it safe.
and then we're gonna push this back a little bit and force that on, and bam, we're gonna push this all the way in and tighten some clamps up and bring you right back. All right, everyone. So got a pair of hose clamps here holding the silicone coupler on. Got the hose clamp back on for the PCV valve. We've got this hose clamp tightened that grabs onto the air box. And we should be able to sneak this in here. And if we can't, it's going to be because I should have read the instructions, and you're supposed to sneak this in here before you tighten everything up. Well, that sucks. So of course you knew that you were supposed to have this filter sitting in this box before you attempted to put it on. But anyways, once you've got these two things tightened up, we've got this one, we've got these two hose clamps. Your filter was sitting in the box before you stuck the snorkel in there. You're just going to snake the filter up on there and tighten it down. Very carefully.
Very nice.
Very, very nice.
And for your ASMR pleasure. Isn't that satisfying?
Oh yeah. All right. Lexan shield. Fingerprints are free. We should probably wipe those off. In fact, we will. But anyways, it comes with these included. Looks like some stainless steel machine screws. You put the rubber washer on here. It's going to protect that. And then there is a rubber gasket we've got to put around the outside edge. So we're going to put the rubber gasket on, wipe it down, and we'll show you it going in. All right, so we've got it wiped off. We've got the rubber gasket on it. Now we should be able to just that right there. I'll hand start a few of these screws right here.
Just make sure you put them in the hole right.
Oh, I know how to put it in the hole, Jacob. I know how to put it in the hole real well.
Prior history shows that is a lie.
All right, y'all, we're gonna get all these screws in. We'll get it tightened up. We might show you a quick picture of what it looks like, and then we're gonna turn on the Dragy and go for another run and see if we can't make the truck slower. Now, my bet, okay, 3 of us are here. My bet is the truck is going to be very marginally slower.
Like a 10th?
Yeah, I'll take the under on a 10th. The over on a 10th. A 10th slower than the time it made. What do y'all have?
Well, I'm the one that said a 10th. You just can't take what I said.
So you want to go a 10th?
I want to go a 10th.
I'll go 2/10 slower. What
And
you
just
got,
to make
Seth?
the test consistent, I am not going to be present.
I'm gonna say it'll be faster.
Well,
I mean, it'll sound better for sure.
there's a Mustang driving by, making lots of noise. I'm gonna need you to guess, Seth. I mean, if it's faster, and you win. But what's your guess at just how much faster it would be?
2/10.
Should be faster like the blue thing on meth. 3/10 slower.
So I'm 2/10 slower. He's 1/10 slower. You're 2/10 faster. All right. Well, y'all see how beautiful it is. We're gonna get this all picked up, and then we're gonna go make a pass, and you're gonna see that right now. Go.
30, 60, 1/4 mile,
Shut it down. Oh, she sounds mean. She. Anyways, y'all saw the Dragy video. Dragy video says that it's 2/10 faster. It was slightly cooler, a little more humid, and it ran about 2/10 faster, which I think would probably be pretty real world for it. So good. Seth ended up being exactly right on how much faster it would go. So now the next thing to do is a tune. Really, really soon. Right, Seth? And just for fun, we took the muffler off the race Kia. Let them hear it, Jacob.
At least you got race key correct.
Never, ever, ever putting the muffler back on ever again. Whitney, don't hurt me. I didn't do it. If he buys a tune, it was of his own volition. Totally not me. Anyways, thank y'all for coming to hang out with us. We love you. God bless. Peace. Mother.
That's what it sounded like a few minutes ago after I ate Popeyes.
Jacob's car sounds like. She.